Hi everyone, Thomas here and welcome back to the video. So today I'm back here for another speed build, and today I'm going to be doing my attempt at Simgurukimmi's Dine build challenge. Now if you don't know what this is, then I'll leave a link down below to her Twitter page so you can go ahead and look at her pinned tweet, which has some information about the rules for this challenge. Now if you're watching this too far in advance from when it goes up, then it might not be there since the challenge will be over. But yeah, so this is a really fun challenge. It's basically where you have to make a seafood restaurant based from this shell that she put on the gallery. We have to download it, do all the things that she asked, and then put it back on the gallery, and she's going to pick a winner. So this is my attempt today. So since this is a seafood restaurant, I thought it would be a really good idea to do lots of blue colours like the water, and for surrounding areas of this Windenburg place, well that didn't make sense, from the surrounding areas of Windenburg, such as this place here where there's a lot of water around it, I thought blue would be a really good colour to use mainly. I mean I do use a lot of darker colours as well, as you can see here from the outside of what's on screen now. Also, just want to point out that the microphone setting, kind of how the microphone is in this video, might be a little bit different, the sound, because, but I'm going to explain that in a minute. But first of all, you can head over to the gallery. My origin ID is RealThomasTV1, and you can go ahead and download this, or you can head over to the hashtag SeafoodKimmy, and you can go ahead and look at everybody's submissions, and my submission will be in part of that hashtag as well. So yeah, the reason that my microphone quality is different is actually today, the 26th of February, I'm actually getting a new desk. Now this is kind of like an early birthday present for tomorrow, the 27th, which is my birthday, and actually the day that this challenge ends. So yeah, I'm getting a new desk. This is kind of irrelevant for this really, but I just want to mention it. So I'm getting a new desk, and kind of sorting things out in a minute. I normally use a boom stand, which is kind of like this thing like on a clamp, and then my microphone's on this clamp stand sort of thing, and I kind of like just pull the stand over to me when I do my voiceovers, and then I push it back once I'm finished. But I don't have that stand at the minute, so my microphone is now on my desk, so you may be able to hear a little bit more background noise, but hopefully that'll just be for today's video, and the microphone volume might be a little bit lower as well, but that, again, that's just for today's video. So I really wanted in this build as well to include lots of like kind of like greenery and garden areas. Now you may be able to see from the inside there, I did put some grass inside. Now I really wanted to kind of make like kind of like a garden area inside as well, because in that middle area there is the kind of like this fish tank, not really fish tank, kind of like swimming pool sort of thing going through the both of the ceilings. Well, floors, I guess, and I thought that would be a nice idea because I put some greenery in there, and I kind of wanted like that idea of the outside coming inside, so I also did a little garden area in there as well, but that'll come clear a little bit later. And also, since there is a lot of water around this area, I wanted a lot of water to be with this build as well, since it is seafood as well, of course, so I did put a couple of fountains outside there. So for some reason the recording has paused, and I don't know if that's because I went away for a second and I forgot to cut out the video, so if this goes on for a little bit longer, like maybe a couple of more seconds, and I'll stop the voiceover to cut that out, and I'll come back in a second. But I'm kind of getting a little bit panicky now because I think it has stopped. Okay, I'll be back in a second. I'm going to cut the rest of this little empty bit out. Okay, I'm back, sorry about that. So, I do that sometimes when I'm editing because it's such a long video file, and I just like skip through, like I kind of like skim through the timeline to try and see if there's any areas where I've paused and cut them out, but obviously I've got to do that, so I'm sorry about that. So, I'm really happy how this outside area turned out as well. I used a lot of plants here as well, a lot more than I've seen in other people's attempts at this. I mean, that isn't a good or a bad thing, it's just a bit different, I suppose. So, I'm putting lots of lights here as well, but they are mostly covered by the plants, which you'll see in a minute or two, kind of because I thought it'd be nice to have that illuminated at night, but luckily you don't even see the lights, which looks even better, I think. Also, as you can see there, I have like 3 random patches of grass there, and I'm going to put some trees around there and some of that low level fence, not the very low level one, but the one above that, and I put that just kind of stand out in a way, I suppose. And yes, so we're putting in some water features here because I thought that'd be a nice idea for this kind of like area of the build, and since it always like, well, this build kind of revolves around you know, seafood and water and stuff, so I thought that'd be a good idea to incorporate that as much as I could. So now we're going in with the plants now. As you can see, I'm kind of, you might think I'm going a little bit overkill on them. I just thought that fitted this part of the build nicely, I suppose. And I'm sure that Spring Sims, aka Mr. Plant Crazy, won't mind about that, because I know that he uses lots of plants in his builds. So yeah, we're kind of nearly finished with the outside in a way. I know I've got the balconies and stuff, but I do that kind of like a little bit later, part of the decoration process for the inside. As you can see there, that roof is a different colour than the other ones, but do change that as well, don't worry. Another thing what happened was, I thought that I was finished with this build. I do kind of like a check over to make sure everything's okay, and then I went to put it on the gallery, but what I didn't realise is that some some of the walls were affected by me with the foundation and things, so some of the walls just changed back to that regular drywall, or they changed colours or something. So it took me 3 times to put this on the gallery before I realised. So I put it on once and then I realised, oh, I haven't done this, so I put it back on the gallery. And then I looked at it again, I'm like, oh, I forgot to do this. I did that 3 times and then finally we got it right. So for some reason it has paused again and I don't know why. I hope it's not lagging, because that'll be a disaster, because sometimes that happens when I record for a long time. Everything starts to lag a little bit, and I'm hoping that this is going to... Well, we are about to clip over to another part of the video in just a second or two, so I'm hoping it will end by then. If not, well, this video might not be happening. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, finally. Oh, thank God. I got really panicked there. That happens a lot, and like I just kind of like freeze, because I'm like, oh no, this video is going to be ruined if the lag continues. But luckily, it didn't. Sometimes that happens as well, but once like I render it and stuff, it's normally a little bit better. But luckily, we didn't get that this time. So for the inside, I did this little bit, kind of like the water feature area first, and then we move on to the kitchen area. And one thing that she asked for this build in particular was a private dining area, and I really like that. What I did, it isn't that garden area, it's actually upstairs in a separate room. I was going to make it the upstairs balcony, but I decided to split off another room upstairs. I was going to make that into more bathrooms, but I thought there might be a little bit too much, because we'll also have some downstairs as well. So I made it into this kind of like little living room sort of area, really. There's like a big dining table in there. There's also a TV and a fireplace. I suppose you don't really need the TV because it's a restaurant, but you know, I thought it was a nice little addition. And there was kind of like a big space there empty, and I didn't really know what to put. Well, I could have put a big painting, but oh well. And it also got a karaoke machine in there as well. So say if you're having a private party or something, then you could maybe your guests get up and do karaoke themselves, or get a karaoke person in, like a singer, to come and do a performance or something. So yeah, now we're on to the kitchen area, and we do have 3 chef stations. I think she asked for only 2, or maybe she didn't specify, but I don't know if that's too many, or I don't know, it's okay. Well, oh no, I think you can have up to 3 people for every kind of like occupation in restaurants, is it? I don't know. I haven't played with restaurants in a little while, actually, so it was actually nice to do this build so I could do them. And this was actually the first restaurant build that I've done. I have played with them, and I did actually have a restaurant for my Sims and my Collins family Let's Play, but I haven't been to that restaurant in a long time, so hopefully we'll go back there before the LP ends. I know I did a little update video a little while ago about my Collins family Let's Play, and a lot of you said that I should just do what I want, if I should end it or not, because I was thinking about ending it. Something I'm going to be doing that around part 50. Okay, anyway, back to this video. So I'm just doing the kitchen, and I kind of kept the kitchen with the blue colours as well. Sometimes a little bit different, but you know, that was okay, yes, I think. And yeah, so this kitchen didn't take too long. There wasn't that much decoration to it. I did come back at the end to add in a couple of more things, because I thought it was a little bit bare in terms of decoration, but I suppose it is kind of like a restaurant kitchen, so I don't think you'll see much decoration there. And yeah, so this is taking a bit longer than I expected. What I normally do in my speed builds is that I'll kind of do maybe a minute or to 2 minutes of each room, and then I'll cut the rest of it out, just so the video doesn't get too repetitive and boring. And then at the end, I put screenshots of all the different rooms that we built in that video, and I kind of like that method, so it kind of keeps you from getting bored a little bit. And also, well, yous don't really like that much. People say, wait, what happened? Like, it's just kind of like jumped so much. But I think that's kind of, I don't know. I don't know. I'm still trying to make my mind up on what I want to do with that. So let me know what you think about that idea. If you kind of like this jump cut sort of thing, just little snapshots of each room, or you'd rather have a longer video where I could show you through the whole process of each room, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble a little bit here. So we are on this little inside garden area, which I really like. It was a little bit different, and I really like landscaping in The Sims 4. It's one of my favourite things to do. And, you know, I just thought it'd be nice to bring that inside as well. So we are putting like, it's kind of like a table in the middle with a bit of like wood flooring, and then around the outside we'll go and put plants in. Some of them are used outside, but we also put some different ones in as well. A lot of the time I kind of like to go with one particular theme sort of thing for the for the plants in a way, so maybe a lot of neutral colours or whites and one other colour, if you know what I mean. What I used to do is I used to go with like a huge big bunch of different colours of plants, not really thinking about it or planning it, kind of just going in and putting loads of random plants down, which kind of looked okay for like the colour aspect, but it kind of seems a little bit messy. So I kind of stopped doing that and just started like just picking a couple of colours and using that throughout. But for this build, I kind of wanted to make the inside a little like have more colours, because a lot of it is just blue, so I thought it needed like a pop of colour. So that's what I did. So the shell that she put on the gallery, she didn't ask us to change the shape of that. We could make minor adjustments. So I think the only thing I did to the exterior was add in those kind of like that little pattern on the walls I did at the start, if you've seen what I meant there. Like at the front of the building, it's kind of like, I want to say zigzaggy, but it's not zigzaggy. It kind of goes like a square room in and then square room out, as you can see here, really. And I really liked how that looked. I just add a little bit of I don't know, I was going to say character, that isn't the right word, you know what I mean, just a little bit of something different, I guess. And yeah, so I kind of kept this tile colour going throughout the downstairs area inside, and the wood floor, I kept it white. I don't really use white floors in my games, especially in wood floors, so it was nice to change things up a little bit in this build as well. For the outside, I used two different colours of the same, I think they were the same type of coverings. It came with Get Together, it's one of the more modern coverings for the walls, and I really, really like it. I use that probably too much in my builds now, but it is a really, really nice one. And I used two different colour variants of that for the bottom and the top floor. And I also kept the foundation very simple. I didn't want it to just stand out too much. And I couldn't really find a good one apart from that simple one to use. So around this aquarium area sort of thing, I went in with a couple of chairs, just so if you're sitting waiting or something. And then also a little bit later in the build, I'll come back and make like kind of like a proper seating area from that, if you know what I mean. Kind of add a coffee table and another sofa on the other side of the coffee table, if that makes sense. So for the main dining area downstairs, I did put some room dividers in. I thought it was a nice idea, so you have a little bit more privacy, because that downstairs area is pretty open, so I thought that would be a nice idea. Later on, I do go around and kind of move the, kind of rotate the chairs around a little bit, so it wasn't all symmetrical. I thought that looked a little bit better. And we also went back outside there to do a little bit more landscaping. That's something I do a lot of my builds, is kind of go in between things. So I might think I'm finished with the outside and then I move on to the inside and like, oh, I forgot to do this bit. And then I kind of just switch things around that way. I don't know why, I just find that like an easy way to do it. Probably will take me quicker when I do builds if I just stuck with one area, finish it and move on. I think that would be a better idea, which I'm trying to do because I feel like that will work in terms of speeding up build time, but I kind of forgot to do that today. So there you go. As you can see, I was doing that thing with rotating the chairs around a little bit, just so it wasn't all in the same kind of like rotation, I guess. So now we're moving on to the upstairs where the private dining area will be. There's also a bar up there and a dance floor, which I didn't mention. She also asked for some like bonus things for this challenge, was to add in, I think this was part of the bonus things, to add in kind of like a dance table sort of, not dance table really, kind of like a dance floor, that's the right word, not table, and added one of those in. And there's also a bar there as well, and the private dining area, like I said. I was going to make that the outside, but I do add an extra room in as well. So I don't really have a lot of time today, so I might have to cut this voiceover short, which is something I really don't like to do. I know a lot of you do that, and sometimes you don't record voiceovers, and there's a range of different reasons for that, and that's absolutely fine. But for me personally, I find that a video, like one of my videos, isn't complete if I don't do a voiceover. If a video is going to be late one day, well, kind of is today, then I will not upload it until I do the voiceover. I don't know why, I just feel like I'm doing it wrong if I don't do the voiceover. It's weird, I don't know why. I'm just, because since I started making videos, which I did a long time ago, I might explain that soon actually in a Q&A, which is like, oh, tomorrow. Oh my god, I totally forgot to record that. I'm going to have to do that tomorrow. So yeah, I'm doing that. I might explain that in that video actually, because I get a lot of questions about that. So yeah, and since I started my YouTube career, not doing Sims videos in particular, and on another channel, I always did voiceovers, so it's kind of carried through in a sense. And I just always do voiceovers for my videos. I think there might have been one or two exceptions. I think the only time I think I can remember was in my holiday home build, which I did during August. I think I can't remember what it was called. Oh, Lakeside Retreat. I think that's what it was called. I think that's, well, it was in Granite Falls, and I think that was a lot name as well. But I think that was the only time I didn't do a voiceover for the full video, because it was like over half an hour, and I was like, I can't talk for that long. So I might actually have to cut this video off short. How long have we got left? Oh god, we've got about 5 minutes. Oh, less than 5 minutes. Well, kind of 5 minutes. I don't know. When we get the screenshots, it takes about a minute, and then I don't really talk through the screenshots. I just let you finish off the video and see. Sorry, I just hit my microphone there. And yeah, so also another thing I was mentioning on Twitter is that I might do a kind of like a setup to it, my gaming setup, recording setup sort of thing. I know I got that request quite a lot, and how I record my videos and stuff, so I might do that as a separate video, but also do another separate video of my desk tour and things, because once I get this set up, I feel like it's going to look really, really nice, and I can't wait to do that since it was requested as well. So I'd be more than happy to do that. So around this area here, kind of like that balcony area sort of thing for the inside, I did put a lot of just two-person seater tables around there. I thought it was kind of like a nice addition, and kind of just kept it a little bit separate in a way. and you kind of got a nice view of that aquarium area, and also you can see downstairs as well, which is nice. So here we're going in with the bar area, and I kind of kept it pretty simple. There's just 4 seats there, and, you know, one of those backing things. Again, it came with a blue colour, which was great. A lot of the items that I chose, I was so lucky in using, because all of them seem to have a colour swatch that matched the other things around it. Sometimes that doesn't happen. I'm like, oh, this item would have been perfect. It was in this colour swatch or whatever. So I was kind of lucky in this build where everything just fall into place really nicely, which doesn't happen a lot for me. So that is pretty much it, really. I don't really have a lot left to say, and I'm kind of just repeating myself now. So I think I might end the voiceover here. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please make sure you leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't. I'll leave a link down below to Simgurukimmi's Twitter page, so you can go ahead and see the rules of this challenge for yourself. Also, make sure you head over to the gallery. My origin ID is RealThomasTV1 to go ahead and download this restaurant for yourself. All my social links are down below, so you can go ahead and talk to me and find updates about future videos, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!